Beyond doing sentimental, sad, or happy stories, I really, really enjoy creating happy and cute stories. Mainly because I really just like letting you guys relax for a bit. Just chill. If you use something to take your time away from all the anger and rage everywhere. So without further ado, here's something cute. It came from the bed. It was cold. Was for an absolute fact. It was very, very cold, and no one could deny it. This was not important to the creature that lived in on the bed. Oh no. On the contrary, its fur was able to keep it warm and cozy from the harsh cold of the outside. However, it began to crave something. It began to crave the warm fluid that could only be found in a hard body. It would stop with nothing to go get. Daring stepped out onto the cold floor and left the soft bedding and slid across the floor to the door that led to the outside world. Before it could leave the confines of the room, though, it needed a soul to give it comfort and safety. Turning its head, the monster looked with purple eyes from its mouth to tight fur that covered its head at the innocent bystander. The innocent young filly was just sitting there, writing in her journal about the wonderful day she was having and the dreams about the future. These dreams would never come true. This became a fact of life for the young filly, as the monster slowly crept up to the filly, raised his skirts over the riding filly, and covered her with his body, sucking into his warm fur forever, and keeping it trapped. Turning around after finishing its meal, it began its long, slow journey to the door and out into the wide world. Once outside the warm cave it called a room, it began to survey its surroundings by looking to the left, then to the right. If it could have chuckled, it would have. There were no guards posted anywhere, and no white sentries looking for it. It would be the perfect plan, in the greatest time to feed without being stopped by any pony. Turning to the right, it began to slink across the floor, being careful not to touch its exposed feet to the ground. It stayed within the confines of its warm fur. Slithering like a snake with its earlier victim in its body, it moved through the hallway into the rear obstacle, a cliff with many steps. Breathing in and out, it took the risk of exposing its small feet to the cold steps, moved down each one, and then slowly taking the time to go through each step. Thinking that this was her chance, the filly inside the fur tried to escape, but to no avail. Once it left the fur, the creature immediately dragged in, cackling all the while. Reaching the last step, the creature began to smell its desire coming from 2 rooms away. Smiling evilly, it creaked along the floor, through a room where a giant was reading a long book, and into the room on the icy floor. Floorwood throws in the monster completely, were it not for its warm fur covering it in the feet. Moving ever so slowly, it seeked out the source of its sustenance, its food and greatest desire. Poking its nose out slightly, it sniffed the air to find the fluid. Casting its familiar scent from the air from a few feet away, it chuckled to itself as it turned to where the poor thing sat. The young creature sat in its parts, taking in the rays of the sun as the creature came up right behind it. The little thing watched this lovely world pass by its head while he adjusted his cap, unknowing of the monster right behind him. Then, it suddenly grabbed by the creeper's purple tentacles and brought slowly to the open mouth of the monster. Billy had time to scream as it was brought to the monster's mouth and had its life fluids drained. Victory in hand, the monster turned around to leave and finish his meal, only to be stopped by its greatest enemy. It was the white sentry that it feared would find it and stop it from getting his meal. White sentry looked down at the monster, head crooked inside as he said, "You know, Twilight, if you wanted some hot chocolate, you could have asked." A smile came across Shiny Armor's face as he watched his little sister poke her head out of the many layers of covers she had on.
But thinking yourself, you were too far away, and I wanted to see if I could get you,
said Twilight as he held her little stuffed toy close.
I made sure I could get some of Mom's hot chocolate before it was all gone.
First, you didn't get by me. I caught you when you got downstairs. Second, don't chocolate before you get to it. And that's why Shiny brought out a second cup. I made a cup of hot chocolate just for you, with an extra marshmallow and a cherry. Twilight said, raising her hose and throwing her sheets off, before shivering and quickly putting them back on.
Thank you so much, big brother,
Said Small Unicorn, as he wrapped her hose around his leg and went to get her cup. but not before grabbing an instant cookie from the shelf with her magic. It brought it to her mouth. The poor creature barely had time to scream as it neared the monster's hungry fangs and was burned with a faint covers back her head. She slowly turned to grab the drink with her hoof and wrapped another around White Sentry's leg. Come along, Twilight. Maybe I can read you a story. The monster smiled widely as he walked with the White Sentry into another room to read with the hero of the kitchen, its long warm fur trailing behind her as he sang praises of her older brother, nuzzling close to his leg. Like I said, I can get adorable if I want to. Oh, this does make me think about Flash and a certain running joke I've been saying for quite a while. And that would be this. And it refers to any time a new character that's a sibling to the main hero shows up there. Because he has never been mentioned throughout the story before or since the beginning, I must hate him. He's phenomenal. And it's true. Sometimes in the fandom, and this is not just Pony, it's anything, when we find out a sibling that is not mentioned a lot, retcon! I don't know why. Believe it or not, Shiny was not made by Hasbro. It was made by Lauren. Lauren decided Shiny Armor's powers. It was Lauren who worked on him and decided that Twilight had a brother. And the thing about unannounced siblings and stuff like that, it can happen in real life. The truth is, in real life, you're never going to find time to say your entire family tree when you're talking to your friends and friends. Even your close ones. I'd be just like hanging out there going, oh, I really had this great game today, and oh, by the way, I have a brother. Okay. And just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. You can be with a friend for a while and not even know their whole entire family. And even as close as Twilight didn't mean that she wasn't distant in other ways. We already saw that she lost a lot of connection and time with Shiny Armor. So who's to say that she didn't slowly become more distant? Hell, even the idea that she never had any friends is still supported when she probably saw Shiny Armor as a great big brother, but not really a friend in the same terms as the main six. Next, more one-shots until my 5th anniversary on FimFiction. Enjoy.